Great. Let's see the file system.
Okay.
Okay, we're done with the part 2. Okay, let's see the file system part. File system. So tell me why file
File
system is
systems
required
are the
actually. What
means
is your
it consists
understanding
of
about file system?
it contains the files which is user OS operating system means just paging or segmentation.
Mm-hmm.
These are the files used by the OS
Mm-hmm.
operating system. Which
Mm-hmm.
is software.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay. So this is my definition actually. Okay. It is a software which allows us to store
Yes.
the data in a structured way on a hard disk. Okay. So basically, when we attach a hard disk to any operating system,
Hmm.
we get a raw disk and we format that disk with the file system, right? So what happens actually after formatting that one? So it allows us to store the data
Hmm.
in a structured way, and once the file system is created, it becomes easy to do the read and write on a file system. It becomes easy to search the data also.
Hmm.
Okay, so it uses the different algorithms. Okay, so in a file system, two important concepts are inode and the superblock.
Okay.
Inode and the superblock. Okay, so basically inode, it contains the
Okay.
metadata of file. Okay, it contains the metadata of a file, means when it was created and the what was the modification date. Okay, so and what is the size of the uh, file. It complete information we get it from the inode. And the super block, basically it is the first block. It is the first block which contains the of metadata of file system. Okay, so I know it contains the metadata of file, and Superblock
Okay.
it contains the metadata of a
Hmm.
file system. Okay, then in AIX,
Hmm.
four file systems are supported. Okay, uh, four file systems are supported. First one is the JFS, that is journaled file system. Journal file system. Then JFS2, journal. It is enhanced journal file system. Enhanced journaled file system. Then third one
Hmm.
is the NFS, which is network file system. Okay, network file system. And then fourth one is the CD-ROM FS.
Hmm.
CD-ROM FS. Okay, so these four file systems are supported in AIX operating system. Okay, now there is in JFS2, how these blocks are created and inode and super block
Hmm.
are stored. So I'll use the MS Paint again. Okay, so I'll use the file and the new, here I'll create new one. Save this first. It's VGTA, yeah. So let's say this is our file system. Okay, so when we format this, okay,
Hmm.
what happens actually, it creates the blocks like this. Okay, it creates the blocks like this. So this square one is a block actually. Okay, like this blocks get created. Okay, and first block is always the super block. Okay, so first block is always the Superblock, which contains the metadata of a file system. Okay, and when we create a file inside of a file system, okay, let's say file one. For a file, it allocates the inode. It allocates the inode. Okay, so file information will be available over here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, even if we create the directory in a Unix, okay, it will be treated as a file. So in Unix, there is a rule that it treats everything as a file. Okay, so for a directory also, we get the directory. For directory also, we get the
Mm-hmm.
okay. Now, interesting thing over here
Mm-hmm.
is this block is zeroth block. Okay, this is the first block. This is the second block, third one. This way, blocks are available. Okay, let's say
Mm-hmm.
this one is the 31st block. Let's say, okay. So what happens actually in AIX? It keeps the one more copy of a
Mm-hmm.
super block, one more copy of super block at 31st block. Okay, so it is copy of super block. Now why super block copy is
Okay.
available? Because if the super block is corrupt, will not be able to access the file system. Okay, so if you want to recover the super block, you can use this copy of the super block. So command for that is before that, let's say here lb name is
Mm-hmm.
Sachin. Okay, Sachin lb. Sachin LB. So to recover that one, command is dd and dd, then bs equal to 4k, count,
Mm-hmm.
it starts with 1, okay, count equal to 1, then skip 31, 6, 1, and input file equal to slash dev slash Sachin LV, and output file slash dev Sachin LV. Okay, so we have to fire this command to recover the super block. Okay, so how it reads the information? So count, it starts with 1. Okay, block, it starts with 0, but count always starts with 1. Okay, when we start the count from 1, this is the 32nd block,
Okay.
right?
Mm-hmm.
So skip the 31st and seek the 1 and recover
Yes.
the file
Okay.
system. This is the meaning. Okay, got the concept? Yeah. Then interview question is, what is the difference between JFS and JFS2? Okay, so let's see the difference. JFS, it stands for General File System, and JFS2, which is the enhanced version of the JFS. Okay, so first is the inode size.
Yes. Yes.
First is the inode size. So in JFS, it is 128 bytes. Can you hear me? Yeah, 512 bytes. Then inode creation, here it is static, and with JFS2 it is dynamic. Okay, it is dynamic. Then maximum file size, with
Yes.
JFS maximum file size allowed is 64 GB, and with JFS2 4 petabyte. Okay, 4 petabyte. Then maximum file system size, it is 1 TB, here 4 petabyte. Okay, so JFS2, of course, it's the enhanced version, so maximum size is 4 petabyte, here 1 terabyte. Then JFS logs. Okay, so for the JFS file system, it gets logs gets stored in the HD8. This is the system defined LV, and here it stores the log in
Okay.
HD8, and as well as it creates its own log in its own VG. So that we call it as a inline log for extra security. Okay, and here compression feature is basically available.
Yes.
In JFS2 it is not available. Okay, in JFS2 we cannot compress the files.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
clear about this? So this is
Yes.
also
Yes.
one of the important interview question in AIX. What is the difference between the JFS and JFS2? Okay, clear about this? Great. So let's see the file system related commands. So file system related commands are commands. So first command, uh, we can use the df -g to cd mounted file systems in AIX. In AIX, to create the file system, crfs is the command. Then to make the changes to increase or decrease the size of the file system, chfs command is also available. Then fourth one, to list the file system, lsfs-a. Okay, it will list you all the file systems created in AIX operating system. Then if you want to remove
Mm.
that one, rmfs command is also available. So when you remove the file system, actually it deletes the LV also. Okay. Then RMFS. Then mount, to mount the
Mm.
file system, to bring the file system online, and you mount to unmount the file system. Okay. Then at one
Mm.
is FSCK. If you want to perform the file system check, command is FSCK file system check. Okay, and ninth one is the ISTAT. If you want to read the inode information of a file, command is ISTAT. Okay, and to recover the corrupt Superblock, command is
Yeah, but
D.
when we create a file system, means
Okay,
what is the use of creating file system?
so these are the commands for the file system.
Hello?
Any doubt for the in the file system?
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, got your question. Basically, why file system is required? If we try to store the data on a raw disk, okay,
Okay.
we'll be able to store only one file. Okay, we'll not be able to store multiple files because there is no indexing
Okay.
available in a raw disk. Okay, when we
Okay.
create a file system, okay, we can store the multiple files. Okay, and it gets stored in a structured way. Okay, so finding that
It's just
data
like
is
the
also
indexing we are calling in
becomes
database.
easy when we
Hello?
have file system available.
It's like
Okay,
the indexing.
that's why file system we
But
have to
when
create.
okay.
Correct. Yeah,
Okay. Okay.
yeah. Basically, in a searching, inode plays very important role. Okay,
Okay. Okay.
so with each file we get the inode.
Okay.
Okay, yeah. That's why searching becomes easy.
Yeah, yeah,
It
got
does not scan the entire hard disk. It just reads the inode and gives you the file.
it. Okay.
Yeah, got it. Great. So let's access this one and fire a few commands. Okay. So where is our server? Telnet AIX remote. Let's create some file system on a sample VG. Okay. So to create a file system, so the best way is to read the man page, and then from the man page you can execute the command, or you can use the smitty also. Okay. So first thing, I'll just show you smitty mklv volume group. We have to select. I want to create this one into the sample VG. Okay. Then here, let's say h1 is the logical volume name. How many logical partitions you want to add into it? Let's say 10. Okay, single pp size is 32, so it would be 320 MB. And what type of LV? So JFS2 file system I'm going to create on it. Okay, so this is what we have to select and enter. Specified object class cannot be because the file system is full, unable to access device configuration database. File system is full. Oh, oh, this is the error. It is showing 100%. CHFS hyphen A. So I'll increase the size of it. Okay, size plus somebody has migrated it. That's actually. Do we have that much space available? Yeah, successfully went. EF hyphen G. So space is available now. Okay, now we'll create it. Smithy mklv. First of all, LV we have to create. Escape 4 sample VG, and then H1 is our logical volume name, number of logical partitions we want to add into it 10, and the type JFS2, enter. Successfully created. Okay, then Smithy CRFS. Okay, on top of LV, let's create the file system. So enhanced journal file system we want to create, and second option we need to select here, that add an enhanced journal file system on a previously defined logical volume. Okay, and here at step 4 you will find the S1, because we have created S1 for the JFS2 only. Mount point slash S1. Okay, then mount automatically at system restart, yes or no? Yes. Okay, read write permission successfully we have to give. So escape 6, you can see at the back end complete script is available. Okay, but for that we require hyphen D and hyphen M flag. Okay, so let's mount it. Mount this one, df hyphen G. S1 is successfully mounted. Okay, if you want to go to the S1, you can go here, and then you are good to create the directories and to store the files. So present working directory is /S1. Clear about this? If you want to increase the size of this one, chfs hyphen a size equal to plus, let's say 1G, 1 GB, and /S1 file system successfully increased. So on the fly you can increase the size of the file system. Downtime is not required. Okay, lsfs hyphen a to list the file system. So it will list all the file systems available in AIX, mounted, unmounted, all file systems. Okay, if I fire the RMFS, okay, I'm right now in this directory, so let's see RMFS /S1. What will happen? It is currently mounted. So first of all, I have to unmount it. Unmount /S1. Okay, and then RMFS /S1. You can clearly see that Logical volume S1 is also removed. Okay, so LV was bounded with the file system, and when we try to delete that one,
Yes.
um, it deletes the LV also. Okay,
DD.
okay, and then what we have ISTAT and FSCK. So df-g. If I fire FSCK on /admin, it will read this one, current volume is this one, currently mounted. So it will not perform any activity on this. It will just scan the file system. Okay, performing only read only processing. Okay, it does not produce any dependable result. So basically, if you are facing any issue with the file system, best way is to unmount that one, then run the FSCK and then mount that one. Okay, so FSCK will also try to recover the file system. Okay, great. And ISTAT is basically what we'll do, cd/usr, ls,
Mm-hmm.
lots of files are there. ISTAT for doc, so it will give the directory information. Okay, how many links are there and what is the
And
length
DD.
of the file, when it was updated, when it was modified, when it was accessed, complete information you get it from here. Okay, dd. Okay, dd, for dd we need to create the lv. So mklv is the command, mklv hyphen y, lv name we need to specify uh, the name here. Let's say h2 hyphen t. Actually hyphen t we need to specify first, hyphen t jfs2 hyphen y s2. Then vg name is Sachin vg, and sorry, sample vg, right? What do we have here? Sample. Yeah. mklv hyphen t jfs2 hyphen y s2 sample vg, and size, we just need to specify the size of it. So 2G. Okay, so S2 is created successfully. Okay, then crfs hyphen d, then device is oh, s2. Yeah, slash dev s2, and the mount point s2. Okay, so we didn't specify the file type. jfs2 hyphen d slash dev slash s2 hyphen m. Okay, and then mount slash s2 df hyphen g. Okay, this way we have created file system, and to recover that one, if something is wrong, okay, in that case bs equal to 4k, count equal to 1, and then sig equal to 31, skip equal to 1, ef input file slash dev s2 output file slash dev s2.
Mm-hmm.
So everything is fine. 1 plus 0 records in, 1 plus 0 records out. So
DD.
nothing was wrong with that. So that's why there
Yes.
is nothing to recover, right? Okay, but this way we can fire the command. Clear about this?